Hello everybody, this is Toys and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Newage Legendary Heroes. This is the ground attack jet flying worm, which is a third-party company named for Viper, which I suppose is a flying worm. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a look at the entire contents of the packaging because I've just quickly unboxed him. We're going to have a quick look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him, and we're going to see all of his accessories and how they work in each mode, with of course a few more comparisons of some generation 1 figures, some masterpiece figures, and indeed some other figures in the same toy line and other ones as well. So before we get started, I want to remind anybody who's not subscribed to this channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, and the other is to thank Shozy, because that's where this figure came from. So here is the lovely little packaging. So we've got a nice little box there. They've even gone with, I suppose, the G.I. Joe sort of look there as well. Once again, this is not officially licensed by Hasbro or Takara. That is why they can't use the proper names. And he does come packaged in his robot mode. There is the alternate mode you can see there. We're going to have a look at it in a second, but he comes packaged inside this plastic casing like so in robot mode. He's also got a little set of blasters and another gun as well. He also comes with this stand, which is brilliant, and I'm going to show you straight away how this is going to work as well. The instructions, I think, are exactly the same as what they made Powerglide. Let's have a quick look. Yes, there's 3 versions of this particular mold: Hughes, Goblin and Flying Worms. They've just gone for industry standard instructions, which are ridiculously difficult, which I'm sure you can see, and that is why I've uploaded a tutorial video for the transformation process, because it takes a long time. Right, let's take the accessories out of here as well. In fact, we'll do that in a second. So here's the stand, lovely little Newage logo there. What we've got here is this is very similar to the Seeker ones. You've got articulation at the bottom and halfway up, and of course in the base, which we can pop that there. If we look underneath, there's this little notch or dowel, shall we say, there. This is going to attach to the stand, and as long as you've got it balanced right, it will balance and hold it up in an abundance of different ways, which again I'm sure you'll appreciate does look really good. You can move this up and down everywhere and about. I'm just going to try and open these accessories quickly as well, because I've not seen these before, and I wonder if the rockets do attach in the alternate mode. Pretty much every time I do a video, I don't watch anybody else's, I just look at some pictures. So sometimes I look at things and I think they must be able to go on somewhere. Right, so there is the stand. You can move this up or down, it will balance, that will come that way. There's just so many different ways that you can in fact display him, and I'm pretty sure as well that you'll be able to do the same in robot mode, which we'll have a look at as well. Now this little guy is exactly that. He is tiny. To give you an idea of how small he is, there's the original generation 1 Powerglide, which is pretty much about the same size. So these were never big, of course. These were classed as the mini bots. And let's have a look at him, I suppose, compared to some normaler figures. So there you go. There is a normal deluxe size pipes. There is a normal deluxe alternate mode Prowl from Legacy, and then this will make you laugh. This is a Seeker, a Voyager class Seeker from the Troop Builder pack. Look how small he is compared to him. He is absolutely tiny, but yet the detail, which I'm sure you can tell by all these panels and hinges etc on this guy, is crazy. The cockpit is in fact translucent blue plastic. You can just about make that out there, and everything else, I suppose, is tucked away really quite neatly. Let me see if this goes anywhere. I'm presuming, is it going to go in some of these? No, I don't know where it's going to go. Please let me know in the comments, unless it's just supposed to go in his hand. It's they look special gift. I'm wondering, because it doesn't say on the instructions. So oh, there you go. Is it going to go there? No, that can't go there surely, because it's not the right way around. Maybe I'll see if I can find out, or maybe we can attach them into his hands. There we go. That's better, but there's only one set, so that's not really any use unless we then attach this one in the other hand as well. Again, let me know if that's wrong or not, because I'm still learning the same as everybody, especially when it comes to these, because the instructions, as you've seen, they're not the greatest. Quick few other comparisons. Little deluxe JP figure, and let's have a quick look at some smaller figures. So world's smallest Takara Red Alert. And then finally, before we bring him in, we're going to have a quick look at we're going to have a look at the robot modes so we can do some proper comparisons with these. There we go. Let's have a look at him in his robot mode. Okay, then we're back, and as you can see, he's in his alternate mode and he's looking really good. One quick thing, again, I was right, this little tab at the back is fully visible, so what you can do is you can then take the stand and you can position this again in a multitude of ways. We can attach that there, and then anybody's probably much better than me, but you can of course display this action pose, dynamic pose, anything, again, way better than what I can. You can move this up, down, etc., spin this around. There's loads of things that you can do with him, but again, it's just a lovely little, I'm not going to say a bonus because obviously it's not free, but it's a lovely little, I suppose, addition to the accessories that come with it, especially because he's so small. I imagine if you were going to do a full display of the bots, and obviously he was going to be covered up or too small to be seen at the front, it would be nice to use the stand and I suppose have him elevated above. Right, let's have a look at the figure itself though. The detail on the face is brilliant. It does come up, and that's how you would spin it around. Again, the transformation process, with it being as fiddly and as intricate as it is separately uploaded to keep the main length of the video down. You can see the shoulders will go all the way out to the side. They will then go all the way round because they are not restricted. You've then got a swivel underneath the shoulder. You've got a bicep flexion. You've near enough got a double bicep flexion. The wrists will swivel as well. In fact, the fists do come off as well. But I don't know, he doesn't come with any spare hands, but I pretty much think that most Newage hands seem to be industry standards. You could probably change them around if you wanted to with other figures. You've got like a mini ab crunch and an ab lean back as well. We've got a waist swivel, hips to the side and to the front, all the way to the back. Well, as far back as there, to be honest. It doesn't come any further back, it's restricted. Hip swivel. A swivel underneath the knee. Oh, I've just popped that out. There is so many little levers and tabs going on there. It's crazy. Ankle tilt, swivel and knee bend, everything you can think of. In fact, it's one of the most intricately detailed little figures I think I've ever seen. Definitely on par with Newage's version of Hound. The legs can be a little bit fiddly and a little bit frustrating, but I suppose you've got to accept that with the size of the figure that you're dealing with. So once again, here's the little accessories. These do fit in the hands like so. And I suppose what we need to do now then is just bring in some comparisons. So there is Viper from Combiner Wars, which of course is what he is based quite obviously upon, but you look at the size difference. He's tiny compared to him. There is G1 Bumblebee, which again is probably about his height. There is G1 Powerglide, which funnily enough, look, is bigger. G1 Powerglide is bigger than the original. There we go. So some more little figures which I suppose might scale pretty well with these because they're tiny. There's Dr. Wu's Magnus. He doesn't scale at all. He looks tiny compared to that. With regard to some other figures, if you pretty much collect in fact, before we go to mainline, that's an idea of how small he is. If you collect G1, he is tiny. There he is compared to G1 Optimus Prime. Mainline figure, in fact, let's do the mainline core class Optimus Prime. Deluxe class strong arm. Huge differences you can see there. And I've got a Voyager bludgeon, which you probably won't be able to see his head now. You can just about up to the knees on there, but I think what we need to do is move these out of the way, bring up some other figures which are third party. So there's Newage's Optimus Prime, there is Magic Square's Trailbreaker, we've also got Iron Factory's Sheen there as well. But I think I've given you, I suppose, a good enough idea of his size. He is a very intricate little figure. He's yet another great use of a mould that they use for Powerglide. There's one other use of the mould which you haven't seen, which is the white version, which is basically based on the Bad Boy figure from the GoBots line. Either way, great little figures. Let me know what you think of them in the comments, guys. And again, there's a direct link in the description if you want to purchase one of these for yourself. Take care.